So the no excuses part is another part that kind of resonates with me. Is everybody has an excuse why they can't do something, and so people can always blame the ceiling. The glass ceiling is a famous saying. I'm a woman. I can't go beyond this because of the glass ceiling, or I have this disability, or I had this upbringing. But there's also people that don't use the glass ceiling excuse, and they use excuses.
Hmm.
And what are some of the excuses? What are the most outlandish excuses you've ever heard in your career for people that have not been able to succeed?
These are the things I just roll my eyes at, and I'm just like, so you think you're really believing that that's why you can't succeed? Like, just go on Google right now and type in top 10 most successful women CEOs, and they're probably worth billions and billions of dollars. Type in, if you want to use, I don't know, let's just say economical times. Type in most successful people in the Great Depression. If you type it, if you want to go racial, go racial, whatever. Most successful Asian entrepreneurs. Whatever direction you want to go. There's always people that break through. If you're blaming something else, whether it's the president or the state of the economy or your location or you're this or you're that, nope, wrong. Nope. You're just BSing yourself. And you know it. That's the funniest part, is that you're going to say these things and you may believe it 80%, but you know deep down that that's why you're not succeeding. So the second you're honest and really truthful with yourself, that's going to be your breakthrough moment. That's going to be your breakthrough moment, because you
So
could
let,
just, I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to keep going on in life with these glass ceilings? Screw that. Be Willy Wonka at the end of the chocolate factory. He smashed past the glass ceiling. Everyone should be like Willy freaking Wonka.
that's one of the best analogies I've ever heard. What was the name of the elevator that
A
you push a
Wonka
button?
Vader.
The Wonka You can go wherever.
One of my favorite movies.
Oh my God. And I can honestly say the remakes that they have made have not been
Nah, it
anything
wasn't it.
close to what Gene Wilder did.
No, dude. Gene Wilder was just, it was in a league of his own. He really was. I mean, even the music in that movie, every song is just iconic as heck. It really is. It's like, oh my God, another hit. Every time I watch the movie, I'm like, come with me. It's just like the melody, the lyrics, the vibe, the energy. There's no music like that. I feel like I'm watching a musical. And I hate musicals.
And those songs were picked up by like so many people. Like Sammy Davis Jr. did the Candyman, and I don't
Yeah.
know if he did it prior to the movie, but it was it was there. And World of Imagination, I think the name of the
Hmm.
song is, or
Every single song is a banger, as the kids say. It is just straight fire. It's just wow after wow after wow.
and the lead actor for that, from what I understand, the kid that played Charlie Bucket
Mhm.
is like runs a cattle farm or a milk cow farm or something in New York now, I've heard.
That's life, dude. That is the goal. The more money I have, the more I realize I'm like, I just want to be on a farm with animals. I'm like, it's just so peaceful, just dealing with Mother Nature and everything. It's like, oh my God, you gotta break through the noise. There's so much noise that happens, whether it's your phone dinging or this person calling you or that. Oh my God, it doesn't stop. And emails, they're like incoming fire. Every moment of every day, I'm just ditching them and dodging them. And I mean, eventually, yeah, you got to sink your teeth into some of them, but you got to bust through all this noise and chaos that exists in the world and just get down to the core of Mother Nature.
So go stepping into your book, what are some of the analogies that or the stories that you have going on in your book that I don't want to delve too deep into it because I want people to go out and read it, but like 30,000 mile view, what are some of the interesting stories or anecdotes or what have you in your book?
I mean, one that kind of comes to mind is the story of how I hired this employee, and we took him out the first day. He came out with us, and he's like, "Hey, just so you guys know, I'm 90 days sober. If you want to give me a shot, I promise to not lay you down." And I'm like, "Dude, I really appreciate the honesty." I'm like, "I would love to give you a shot. You seem This guy was so genuine, so goofy. He was like he showed up early, he stayed late, never complained. He was so friendly. He was one of the nicest, most caring, genuine people I've met in my whole life. I honestly fell in love with the kid. He was a rock star. Worked with him every day, 6 days a week for 6 months straight. Everything was going great. Took him out to dinner as a thank you for all of his hard work. Wake up to a text the next morning. Hey, Chris, Thank you so much again for last night. We took him out to the nicest restaurant in Manhattan and ordered one of everything on the menu. He's never had a meal like that in his life, and everything was perfect. Text me the next morning at about 11 a.m. Hey, can't thank you enough. I'm going to remember last night's dinner forever. I'm going to let you know how I make out at the end of the day, because he had like a bunch of stops. End of the day comes around and I don't hear from him. And I'm like, hey, what's going on? Calling him, texting him, no answer. Next day comes around, same thing. Radio silence, crickets. Now I'm like, shoot, this ain't good. Now I'm thinking something's happened. That day comes around, that night comes around, nothing. Next morning comes around. Now I'm like, I gotta, like, I guess call the cops. This is crazy. Right before I dial 911, I thought to call one of his references that he put on his resume. And I call and this girl answers and I'm like, hey, do you know what happened to so-and-so? And she's like, I'm sorry to be the one to tell you. He passed away 3 days ago.
Oh,
He
wow.
overdosed in his car 3 days before his 30th birthday. So I went to the funeral 2 days later, 3 days later, whatever it was. And the family's walking up to me and they're hugging me and they're just thanking me endlessly. The whole family, the mom, the brother, everyone. And everyone was just like, you gave him the best 6 months of his life. You don't know what he was going through. You have no clue. Every moment of every day, he struggled to stay sober. And I had no clue. I'm like, he came off like everything was perfect. He lived life like everything was so easygoing. And I'm just like, it taught me you never know what someone is going through. You just don't. You think you may know someone. You have no clue. I mean, right now I'm doing this podcast with you. You don't know if I'm going to go murder 10 people when we're done with this, right? But it's just, I'm joking. But imagine I wasn't. No, I'm joking about you. Yeah, still go in my basement. No, but no, but like, yeah, it really just goes to show you that like you really truly don't know what everyone puts a mask on. Everyone puts a mask on. I don't know what you got going on, behind the scenes. You don't know what I got going on. So it taught me to be more human, have more empathy, and just like treat people like honestly the way that you want to be treated. And it sounds simple, but it's true.